80K Life 101 is about life in general in the Adirondack Mountains. We are in basically the heart of the Adirondack Mountains in the state of New York. It's a beautiful spot to be. We're going to be talking about our daily living, daily life as it happens. As I work at the power station here, as I do different jobs for the local community. I do plumbing, I do some heating, a little bit of air conditioning, electrical stuff, mostly service-related type of work. I also am the local crazy chicken guy. I raise a flock of about 40 hens. I raise meat birds and usually do 25 of those at a time. I also have just started to hatch. I bought an incubator, so we are now incubating eggs and seeing how that process works. I did the first group and I ended up with 8 chickens out of that, so I was really impressed with that and how that went. The area that we live in is very mountainous. It's not those Smoky Mountains, it's not the Rocky Mountains, but we have mountains that range anywhere from 3,000 to 3,500 feet. Mostly it's very remote. Everything that we get comes in, is brought in, is shipped in. Our local hardware store / lumber yard actually closed last year, so it creates a very unique situation. You can't find even the simplest PVC fitting for plumbing. It's just ridiculous. We actually have our local grocery store is more of a old-time general store. They brought in some hardware to try to fill in the gap. They do a good job, but they can't bring everything in. So supplying is difficult. As local Home Depot and Lowe's are more than 50 miles away, downhill. The hospital is 50 miles away, downhill. We do have a medical clinic right here in the village. And they treat everything. There's a PRN there. There is no doctor. She does a fantastic job. She is probably one of the top. She's probably better than most doctors I've ever met. The community itself in the wintertime starts out about 350 people year-round resident. And yes, we classify year-round and summer people a little bit differently. During the summer, we go to around 2,000, maybe 2,500 at peak season, which is usually June, July, and August. So it fluctuates hugely. We call it the summer time people. And we mean no disrespect, but that's when they're here. We enjoy the life that we have up here. Everybody seems to work together. And again, it's a small town, very small town feel. During the summer, it's still a small town feel. I am on the local fire department here, so and I enjoy that immensely. I try not to get too involved in politics, but that's pretty tough to do sometimes. And like everything else, there's always politics with everything you do. The seasons that are here, our winters are very harsh, very cold. We have snowfall that is usually measured in feet. The local school does not even have cancellations or delays until there's at least 10 inches of snow on the ground, and that's simply because the bus makes one loop around the lake, and that's always, they plow it first. So it's kind of a unique situation. Other places they have to close earlier, and they say, why does it never close up here? But that's why. There's less than 100 kids in the entire school, K through 8. The local school does not have a high school. We go down 7 miles south to another town and have a conjoined high school down there. Actually, there are 3 communities that use that situation. Spring is a fantastic time of the year. High water, snow melts off. The rivers and the lakes are churning. They're beautiful to watch. The waterfalls are absolutely gorgeous. Also, it's a very dangerous time of the year because the snow and the ice and everything's churning. We do get flooded roads because ice flows get into the river, into the roads, and block the road. Very common. Usually happens at least once a year. So it's just the way life is up here. As we get to the transgression between summer and spring, you get what we locals call black fly season or mud season. Mud season is obvious. That's when the mud is everywhere, and the local logging has to stop because it's too muddy to log. You don't get off the roads. They actually post some of the roads so nobody can drive a heavier vehicle down them because you'll just sink. You'll make ruts through it. It'll be terrible. The black flies is kind of obvious also, and that's when all the bugs come out. And we are in the mountains, and we are in a very remote area, so we do experience severe bugs. But they only last till it gets hot, which usually is about 4th of July. We get rid of the bugs. The temperatures come up to 80s, sometimes in the 90s during the hottest times. But it's absolutely gorgeous. All the tourism starts usually mid-June as the schools lets out. And we get to at that time we see all the people that we haven't seen. We have a very large 4th of July festival. It's a good time. Fall is absolutely gorgeous. The colors are very bright, very brilliant. The cool, crisp mornings, the warm afternoons, that's where you start off with a jacket on or a sweatshirt, and then slowly take things off throughout the day. It is absolutely the most beautiful time, in my opinion, here in the Adirondack Park. We have the leaf peepers that come up on weekends to see the leaves, to see how the changes in the colors. Usually we see the first frost at the end of September, early October. Things start to wind down. Then late fall develops, and then you start seeing frosts in the morning. But you're still seeing those cooler temperatures in the morning and warm-ish in the afternoon. As you get towards November, you start to run the risk. Thanksgiving time, you usually run into the first snowstorm, and then it starts to pile up from there. Excuse me. Wow. We got we've got lots of diverse areas around here. We've got mountains, we've got streams, we've got areas that just sandhills. And I'll try to show you that on this channel as we go along. My wife and I have 3 children. We have 9 grandchildren, 1 great grandchild. We are enjoying life. Most of the grandchildren live around us. All of our children live here, and so throughout time, you will see different ones with me, helping me out, and having a good time. Probably the most important thing on the whole channel is I just want you to enjoy what we're doing, to see how things happen up here in the remote wilderness area. We're not Alaska, so I can't compare that to there, but we are definitely challenged. And some people really call me challenged, but that's a whole different story. But we enjoy what we do, and we hope you would come along with us and enjoy it also.